Hey everyone, it's Pitika from Daydream Nation, and we've got a friend back to the channel, Rose Carleo. How are you?
Hi, Peter. I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Rose, congratulations. You finally got the album out, 42 days. You must be
Thank you.
stoked that it's finally out of the bag.
Absolutely stoked. There was a few factors that held it up, but yeah, really, really happy with it, and so thankful for the response too so far.
Fantastic. Well, the theme of today's show is we're going to pick 5 Australian songs that you must hear. And because this channel goes, right around the world, there may be songs that a lot of folks have never heard of.
Yeah.
And in between our song picks, we'll just talk about what's happening with the album 42 Days and what's been happening this year, which has been kind of exciting. So
Yeah,
why don't
kind
I
of
throw,
big.
absolutely. Why don't we throw to you? You pick your first song and then we'll take it from there.
I am going to go with Johnny Diesel and the Injectors. Their album, I think I might have picked a song on your show earlier, or an album previously. I'm pretty sure the album was 1987, maybe?
Yeah, the first, the
the very
album.
first, that. A lot of debut albums are my favourite from a lot of artists, I think, because you've got all that time building up. Look, pick any song off that record, but Cry and Shame, I just loved Cry and Shame from that album.
Yeah, absolutely. He sings with a lot of soul, and I think that's probably the song on the album, isn't it? It's the
and the guitar
song.
playing sort of relaxed, but just with so much feeling, but attacking at the same time, if that makes sense. Just really, definitive. That album, that actually quite shaped me, I think. And I was like, whoa, this is Aussie rock. This is cool. I was in high school and giving away my age. But yeah, great song.
Well, did you see the band in the day? Dude,
I did actually.
Yeah, really good live band, weren't they?
I snuck into a couple of venues in Perth.
Yeah.
And I got away with it. So yeah, they were incredible.
Fantastic.
Picking up the pieces up on the floor. How'd I know there was gonna be a war? Words of sorrow and words of spite, ringing in my ear right through the night. And don't you know it's a crying shame? Well, you got yourself to blame.
Let's talk about your album.
Sure.
So can you explain the background to the name and the song title 42 Days, maybe for the viewers, because there's a bit of a personal story behind this, isn't there?
There is, yeah. So my sister passed away unexpectedly 2 years ago, so July 2024. And, I mean, I've lost parents and things, but, and it's all terrible. But my sister, I think because I'm a bit older and we were so close and we spoke every day, it really knocked me. I'm not saying it wouldn't knock me, but do you know what I mean? There was days I couldn't get out of bed, days I couldn't function. Mick, my husband and guitar player and producer and co-songwriter, kept flying the flag, was demoing songs. There was days where I just didn't want to know about it, days where I'm like, okay, let's have a listen to what we've got and work on a bit. But I really, really struggled. I still struggle. But so 6 weeks after, it happened to be 42 days. I was counting down. My way of processing, I guess, was like, I can't believe it's been 14 days. Can't believe she's been gone 3 weeks. I was sort of counting down, and I'm not sure why I just was. And it happened to be 42 days. Not that I was like, oh, it's 42 days, let's go to Tassie. We're in Tasmania at my mother and father-in-law's. And I was sitting on the lounge and I was trying to, socialise and be with it. It was my probably first travel since it happened. And the lyrics started coming into my head, room full of people, I'm so empty inside. 42 days, you're not by my side. And then I was like, oh, hang on. So I started typing it in my phone, finished it about a week later on a flight to Perth. And yeah, it just sort of came out of me. The melody came out of me, the chords. Mick, helped me shape it up. And a lot of people are like, oh, my God, that's sad. And look, it is in a way, but I look at it that it's really good. And I feel like my sister gave me a boot up the backside and said, come on, get your act together. Let's start writing again, start living again, do what you do. So I look at it kind of as a gift from her that she sort of, I can't think of any other reason why it happened, if that makes sense. And I was, deep in grief. So, and so the album was held up a little bit because of that as well, because I just couldn't function for a little while there. And I said to Mick, I kind of feel that 42 Days should be the name of the album, and just with everything attached to it. So, and I don't know if you've seen the album cover. There's an orange part.
I'm actually looking at it. Yes.
So there's an orange part. Orange part in the left hand, or if you're looking at it, the left hand corner. Yep. Can you see a face there?
Yes, I can.
It's my sister.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
It's very subtle.
Great album cover, and I really think it packs a punch. But I think out of this album, there's sorrow and loss, but there is also positivity and inspiration out of it. And it's not, and I think briefly we should describe the album to the punters out there. It is really classic Aussie rock, isn't it?
I think so.
When you get to there's nice balladry, but it really is classic Aussie pub rock. If you like your Angels, if you like your AC/DC,
on the floor,
and all the foundation bands of that Aussie sound, this is the album for you, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. And Mick especially was influenced by all those bands, as myself, and of course, Bill and Shady played with some of them, So, I just feel it's very raw, very honest, very Aussie rock and roll, very us.
It's a guitar album, isn't it?
It is a guitar album.
Your husband has been working overtime, let me tell you.
He sure has.
Oh, boy. He's been putting on many hats. He's doing wonderful.
He's incredible,
I'll segue into a song that I think probably Mick loves, and I'm going to pick Rose Tattoo and Rock and Roll Outlaw.
Yes.
This song is just pure attitude. It's the first song on their debut. It's about freedom, surviving through music and rebellion. And I think it really crystallizes everything about Angry Anderson and Rose Tattoo, and that dirty slide guitar.
I know.
I've interviewed Angry a few times, and I say there's just something Australian. I can't put my finger on it, that I don't think it sounds like anywhere else in the world that they could really produce a song like that.
You know what it is? It's the whole sticky carpet, in the dive bars that we used to go to.
Yes.
To see the bands, that real guttural, real roots, I guess. You know what I mean? That
the cigarette smoke, the sticky carpets, the amber fluid on tap, and the great work of Harry Vander and George Young. Enough of my yabbering. What's your next pick?
Oh, so many songs. My next pick, I reckon, would be Dirty Deeds by AC/DC in 1977 or 76 in Australia, I think 77 in the UK. That song, I remember... it's a brilliant song, brilliantly produced. It's a little bit out there compared to their first, couple. I remember we had the actual vinyl album, and my mum it was my mum's, right? And I remember studying this cover, and he's got the, his tattoo with the and everything, and thinking, what does this mean? And just like really getting into it and studying it as a kid, and looking into it. But just that Aussie rock, that four on the floor, that it's an honesty, I think. Bon Scott was such a rogue, and was proud of it, and we loved him for it. So I really love, Dirty D's. If I doubt though, but if no one has ever heard it, do yourself a favour.
I think he was just meant to be on Earth for a brief time. I can't, it's sad that he passed away in 79 or 80, but I can't think that he would have lasted much longer into the 80s, because I think there are some people in life, their flame burns brightly for a brief time and very brightly, and I think he was it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just one of Australia's greatest frontmen, and I was only 9 years old when that song came out, and when I looked at him on TV, on Countdown, I just knew there was something roguish, a bit dangerous.
That's it. Yeah,
but exciting at the same time.
Yeah,
about that one. That's a great. So you said this album, the 42 Days, is about finding strength in the struggle. What did you discover about yourself in the process of writing and recording this album?
I think no matter what you're going through, for me, music has always been my saving grace, I suppose. And good days, bad days, whatever it is, you can really draw on that all the time, not only with writing but with performance. So I guess I sort of found myself, I was a little bit more resilient than I thought I was, because when I just felt like, I know I'm a strong person, but, when something like that happens, obviously you just crumble. So it brought me back to where I belong, and it sort of made me remember who I am and what I can do. And I guess there's room for all of it, right? Because it all shapes you. So take that time, or you might have a day here or there. I'm a little bit teary now. Might be a day here or there that you feel like that, but it's okay. You just go back to what you know.
Yeah, well, I think it's your second coming, because you came into the entertainment industry with a bang, and then you had a hiatus, and then there was a little show that happened last year called The Voice, for rightly or wrongly, but you can't deny that did give you the exposure, and people, knew more about you. Yep. So probably, would you say at the end of the day, in hindsight, the good outweighs the bad with that whole Voice experience?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure it does. It was really interesting, to see, I guess, how a TV show is put together. It's a reality TV show. So it was, it really made you, I guess, question who you are and what you do and how you handle things, and how things sit with you and what feels right and what doesn't feel right. But no, on the whole, it was really good and great for us and great for the band. And more so, bringing rock and roll, not so much the song, even though it was the first song, but rock music back into lounge rooms, It was nice to be able to do that and be a little bit older, as well, doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll give you my next pick. My next pick is a bit of a pub rock RSL anthem, Leagues Club, and I'm talking about Run to Paradise by the Choir Boys.
Yeah, great song.
It's a bit of a head scratch why this song didn't break bigger overseas, because to me this is like Australia's version of a Bruce Springsteen song.
Yes, you're right, actually.
The working class, fists in the air, about, going over adversity. I always thought the lyrics were about this couple that were battling heroin addiction, but Mark Gable said the lyrics weren't. So maybe it's my misinterpretation. But
I always thought it.
Yeah, but it's got that AC/DC swagger, but meets Springsteen, and I just think it's just so hooky. And, you being a songwriter, it's all about the hooks, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible, yeah.
But that song, just for a period of time, you could not go to your local pub or discotheque or leagues club without it being played. It was just played and played and played, and it's their signature song, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You don't need a friend when you can score. You run to paradise.
All right. Well, what's your next pick?
My next pick, I have so much trouble.
Mm.
Australian Crawl. My brother had, I think it was 1980 or 81, the Sirocco album.
Lovely.
And what a great album. And I kind of acquired it. And
you,
I
you
sort of
stole
told, I only told him a few years ago. He's like, I wonder where that went.
it. You absorbed it into your collection.
Yeah. Oh No, Not You Again. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's and I think that's what got me interested also in music in general, but songwriting or storytelling, listening to the story. You
Yes.
know, and it's a lot of Australian, well, a lot of music I listen to has got stories and meanings and stuff, but Australian Crawl, especially when I was, you know, a young'un, listening to, I wonder what they're talking about, a boy and a girl, and what's happening. And so, and so laid back, but so, can I say, so Australian, you know, so casual, but really melodic. So that song, I remember as a kid just listening to it over and over and over again, and you know, and trying to dissect it all. But I think their sound was almost a bit surfy in some ways, wasn't it? It was sort of,
Yeah, it's very hard to pin down. I love Oz Crawl because they had a lot of rock, they had a lot of power pop, and their songwriting was grossly underrated. I mean, a band that comes out with a song like Reckless, which is an Australian classic, and their songs got nicked by other bands. Listen to unpublished critics and tell me that Guns N' Roses didn't steal Sweet Child of Mine.
There was something about that, wasn't there?
It's a lift.
Upheaval about that.
It's a lift, definitely. But that's a great pick. And I think James Rain was a very charismatic frontman. They're a great band. And, again, one of those bands that their, you know, flame burned brightly for just a short period of time, but just wasn't sort of built to last.
Yeah.
So one of those things.
She just wants to know why. Oh, why not you again? Oh, why not you again?
Back to your band, you've been touring exotic locations like Japan. Now, can you explain to me why Japan? How did that happen? That's fascinating.
So that was pre The Voice. Some friends of ours had been touring. A few other bands had been touring as well. So I spoke to Matt from Simple Stone, and I said, "What's going on with this Japan thing?" He said, "Oh, it's crazy. You should go. It's going to be, you know, you love it and everything." So we got in touch. There's a touring company in Melbourne that send Aussie bands over. And we had a little bit of traction in Japan. We've had, you know, a few sort of, I guess, likes and stuff like that. So I said to the boys, you know what, let's go to Japan. Let's do something different. And they're like, of course we will. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
I'm kind of one of those people that, you know, let's just do it and do it. So I had to put it off, just like the album, I had to put off for 6 months because of The Voice with the contractual stuff. So we had to put off Japan as well. But when we went in April this year, it was incredible, great crowds, smallish rooms, brilliant sound systems, brilliant audiences, very receptive, very appreciative. It was just like another life. It was really, really cool.
And they got into it, and you converted some fans.
Yeah, we sold merch and people following us more now on the socials and getting messages, you know, from people saying, when are you coming back? And, it was really great.
Yeah, I was in Japan last year, and they love their rock.
They do.
They're really solid about rock, and they're very devoted fans. So
yes.
Would it be fair to say that there may be a return trip on the cards in the future?
Oh, yeah. If I've got anything to do with it, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to go back, yeah.
And look, a lot of critics have been saying about 42 Days that it is built to be played live. So it's
Oh.
just like in that whole different dimension. Is this something? So you're going to be touring all around Australia to, publicise this album?
Yeah, absolutely. We are. Yeah, we've already done a few little. We call it like a showcase tour because even though we've all been doing it for like 30 plus years, getting out there. Obviously, not everyone has heard of you and all that kind of stuff. So Mick and I have done a few duo tours. We were in South Australia last weekend. We were in Queensland in April and stuff. So we're doing a few of those, dip the toe in the water tours, and then next year's definitely will be, a big album tour that we are planning.
Do you think you're getting a lot of the punters in because of your appearance on The Voice, the recognition?
I think some of them, I wouldn't say a lot, because we've already built a reasonable following. But definitely some of them. It's really helped, of course. So, so a bit of both. Yeah,
and with your song list, is it just a lot of it is just the album, or is there going to be a bit of a mix of the old?
There's a bit of a mix, so it's pretty well all the songs from the album, a mix from the EPs, and just a couple of classic songs that we love to play for the audience. Yeah, just a pepper in there. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. That sounds excellent. Well, my next pick for a song is Deep Water by Richard Clapton.
Oh,
so,
what a great song.
I just think he's one of Australia's greatest songwriters, very underrated. And when I listen to this song, I just think of the coast. It reminds me of the surf, and it's got that kind of soft rock, relaxed feel. But he's a storyteller. And I was thinking about him, if there was no Richard Clapton, perhaps there wouldn't be a Don Walker or a lot of the second generation of storytellers. I think he was right there at the forefront in the 70s, and I've always loved that song. And he does this show every year, Rose, at the State Theatre.
I've seen that advertised.
You've got to go and see it. It's great. Yeah. It's like a communion, and he's still got it. He just plays and plays really well. So deep water, I'm caught up in its flow, coming over my head. I'll be the last to know. Deep water.
My next pick would have to be the Maybe Dolls.
Right.
1991.
Yes.
They brought out a song called Nervous Kid.
Right. So why do you gravitate to that song?
It's she's Annalise, she's got a incredible raspy but sweet voice.
Yes.
She's a bass player. And then there's slide in the song.
Yep.
It's a very, very cool song. That kind of, I remember when it came out, it was like, oh, what's this? It's, not sort of the usual suspects. It's just got a really great groove and a really great feel to it. I remember we played it in our cover band a couple of years back. So we were playing the song in our cover band a couple of years back, and Paul Wheeler was drumming for us, filling in for our drummer. And he, of course, was in The Flowers and in the Australian iconic band Icehouse. And we said, oh, Nervous Kid, okay, that's next. Do you know it? And he went, I drummed on that song, on the recording, on the video. I was like, well, then, let's go. You should know it. So that was really cool.
That's a great pick because I'm a big fan of The Numbers, which was Annalise's previous band.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it's just one of those bands that people forget about, but they were really, they had a very... they were kind of new wavy power pop.
Power pop, that's it.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely do something on this channel about them because more people need to know about that band.
I really I just love to feel. Yeah, it was almost a little bit like the Pretenders.
Yes,
in a way, just that kind of that swagger. Yeah,
a lot of swagger, but yeah.
Nervous kid, I like to get to know you.
I want to talk about the recording process of the album. So it's a real guitar-based album. Was it a long recording process, or was it fairly smooth?
Look, it
tell
was
us
smooth.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we tracked. So where we record is a smaller studio, so we went to a different studio to track all the drums and things. So we played live, did the drums and stuff, and then we went back to layer other parts or redo bits if we felt we needed to. A lot of my demo vocals, I was like, could probably maybe keep that, but I redid pretty much all of it. Added vocals, backing vocals and things. So it is a longish process when you've sort of got the time to do it, because you can take your time, and we did have that time in between with the voice and stuff. I had that 6 months. So, but it was a very smooth process, I feel, because Mick had done so much homework with the songs he'd written and we'd written, and with demoing them up and knowing what he wanted, and then getting the boys' input as well. So there was a lot of background work done there. So it went really, really well. And it's just, I guess juggling so many people, which was kind of my job.
Yeah.
and lining everything up to get done. And, people have got lives as well and day jobs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but look, the recording process itself, and with Dave Manor, who we've been recording with for a while now, he's got great ears. He's a great producer, great engineer. And it was fantastic. A real pleasure.
Yeah. Like some songs like Son of God, where you're absolutely belting it. So you do a take and then Mick goes, oh, you got to do it again. Do you just go...
Sometimes. Or I'll say, I felt that was pretty good. He's like, you've got one more in you. And because that's his job to push me, right? Because I push them. And I'm like, really? Are you really?
So what do you do to motivate yourself? Do you have to go outside, just walk around, get some air in the oxygen, then, okay, sometimes. I'm ready to go, and go back in and do it again?
Yeah, or I just, close my eyes and get in the zone. Sometimes I may or may not have a nip of Fireball, whiskey. So I don't mind. Always lots of water, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you record with a scratch track for the band initially, like what's the recording process? Do you lay down a vocal, a guiding track?
Yeah, we'll demo it up here at home. We've got a little setup here, and we'll give it to the boys. I go, okay, this is the bones of it. This is a tempo, this is thing. Add your little bits. What do you think we could do here for drums or bass or whatever? Yeah. And so, I'll record a demo, so a guide vocal. Yeah. And then we'll go into the studio and, everyone needs to do their homework and listen to it. Or, there was one song that is actually on the vinyl that's not on the CD. Called Run Out a Road, and that kind of came together in the studio. Mick had this sort of riff going on, and then we all just kind of added to it. So that came together in the studio. So that was very cool as well, and doesn't always happen,
Yeah, isn't that great when things happen just organically in the studio from scratch? So does the band jam a lot in the studio? Or was it mostly just bringing it already prepared in? Yeah,
mostly bringing in everything to the new stuff. More because it's a time thing as well, Everyone's so flat out and doing different things. We probably don't get to do enough of that. But, we don't do a lot of it at the moment. But, yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Well, my next pick is Stevie Wright with Guitar Band. So I think this guy, I think he... It's a bit of a tragedy because I think he was one of the truly original Australian pop stars. I'm not going to focus on the rise and fall sort of aspect to him, but he's still got a body of work. And I think Guitar Band's like a celebration of rock. It's loud, chaotic, and you still got that sort of fragile raspiness about his voice. And it's got that Vander and Young sound. And there's something about the Vander and Young sound, Rose, that is just Australian. And they were like the hit makers. So many great songs that came out of it. But, I like this song. I think this is just got a great guitar riff. And this is the sort of stuff they were playing on the radio in the mid-70s. You don't hear that anymore, unfortunately. But, Guitar Band is my next pick. That's a great song.
Boy, I got plans for you. I said, please don't make me pa. The only thing I want to do is join a guitar band. A guitar band. wanna be a star with my guitar in the guitar band. A guitar band. A guitar band. I wanna turn it on, get it strong with a guitar band.
Drum roll.
It's so hard. I think I would have to say, so I'm a huge Jimmy Barnes and Cold Chisel fan.
Mm-hmm.
But his album he brought out in 87, I think it was, called Freight Train Heart.
Yeah.
Driving Wheels. I mean, pick any song off that record, but Driving Wheels was just it's a great driving song, obviously, but just, again, the story, the story of the song and just the notes he hits and it just gets you going, And I guess when I heard that too, I was like, I want to be able to sing like that. I want to try and sing like that, So it kind of gives you a bit of a goal as well to the tones he gets and the way he executes a song. It's been a big influence on me. So, yeah, I think it's a fantastic song.
Oh, I think it is. It's great. It's got a lot of emotional power, and he really just ramps it up, doesn't it?
Doesn't he? Yeah, and you just keep going, and yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, my respect for him just grows, and he just gets out there and does it, and full kudos. So my last pick is I'm going to pick a bit of a power pop song called Alone With You by the Sunny Boys. Do you remember that?
Oh, what a great song.
Yeah. This is another one where there's a little bit of Jeremy Oxley, a lot of tragedy. He was was a great songwriter, a lot of sensitivity, a lot of emotion, and it kind of mixes that jangly power pop with a bit of, I don't know, a little bit of spiky punk. You can hear influences like the Beatles or the Kinks, but it's something that was really uniquely Australian about it, and they should have been a huge band. And
absolutely, they should have. Yeah, I agree with that.
I saw them when they did the comeback with Jeremy and the whole journey there, and everyone was just willing him, the band to play well and him to sing well, and you could just see the wave of emotion following the band, and I love this song. I think it's an Australian classic, Alone With You.
It is, you're right. It's a great song, great band.
What is in the future? To me, I'll say it again, I think this album is just built to be played on stage.
Thank you.
I think America's calling. It's got that sort of Midwest American sound. And people, if anyone's watching, is that in your plans that you'd like to tour the Northern Hemisphere?
Sure, absolutely we would. Yeah. We would, for sure. Europe, America, Canada, anywhere that'll have us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I would love to.
Yeah, so I think it just probably you need to sort of pick up a tour or something. Is that something that you're looking for?
Is. It definitely is. It's definitely on my radar and on our team's radar.
Yeah.
For maybe Europe and wherever else. Once you're out of Australia, once you're over there, you may as well go and do a few things, right? So I would absolutely love to, and that would be an absolute dream of mine as well, to be able to tour our music and jump on a tour, open for someone and do that.
Yeah. So final words from you. Describe to the viewers the sound, the songs, what this album is all about.
It's honest Australian rock. With driving guitars and rhythm section, but I hate using the word raw all the time, but it is raw because it's not all layered up and stuff like, we're not a big band, so it's a guitar album. So I think raw and honest Australian rock and roll.
But it's got a big sound. That's the thing, like it's guitar. So the latest song that's on YouTube, 42 Days. Any tips or what the next single? I think your tribute to Elvis is a cracker song.
You like Eulogy is a great song.
Is that so? Any idea what may be the next single?
Yeah, it might be Eulogy. We actually, Mick and I were talking the other day about it, and it's like, what do we release next? Because there's a few more singles we'd like to release. Look, there's Eulogy, Where She Sleeps. That's another great song that we want to release at some point. Yep. Maybe Dirtbound at some point, which is our only cover on the record, but just one of my favourite songs ever.
Yep.
It's a good problem to have.
It is.
What would you pick? Tell me what you would pick.
I'd pick Eulogy. I think the Elvis song, I think that's a really good one.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. But it's up to you.
No, that's good. I love getting people's opinions. That's great, Peter.
Yeah. Always a pleasure. You're always welcome on the channel.
Thank you.
We will talk again just to see your ongoing journey. So you're just going to go up and down the coast, all around Australia. Perhaps I'll share your website. You've got a website. Which,
that would be great. Yeah, rosecarleoband.com. Yeah.
That shows all the dates and also just click to the links on YouTube. So have a fantastic rest of the year. And as I said, we at Rock Daydream Nation will follow your journey. It's a pleasure having you on the show, as always.
Thank you so much, Peter. We really do appreciate your support and everyone out there. So thank you.
All the best. Cheers.
Thanks. See ya.